guys, Dark Side Phil here with a crazy card trick. A card trick and tutorial, because Lord knows if I don't do a tutorial, all the comments are going to say, hey, do a tutorial. But first, I need a deck of cards. Oh boy, where could I find a deck of cards? My hand is empty. There's nothing here. If I could just produce a deck. Oh boy. Have I used that deck? Well, I'm going to need a deck of cards. Oh, where could I find a deck of cards? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's in my pocket? No, that's a Post-it note that says, you're gay. Haha, that's a funny gag. Oh, here's the deck. All right, so here we're going to have a card pick. But before that, we actually need the aid of two helpers. That's right, the King of Clubs and the King of Spades. If you guys don't know what the King of Clubs and the King of Spades looks like, then honestly, I don't know why you're on this channel. I don't know why. You clicked on the wrong fucking channel. Logan Paul's on the other channel, you fucking 12-year-old. So the kings are actually going to be placed aside for now, because we're going to have the spectator pick any card they want. In this case, the card they choose is the very overexposed 3 of diamonds. Look at that. 3 diamonds right there. So that card gets lost in the middle of the deck, never to be found. But we make a proposition to the spectator that we're actually going to sneak their card right between the kings in a very surreptitious fashion. Here we go. Here's how we do it. We did it. There you go. That's it. That's all it takes. So we got a card. And they've been there the entire time. The piggy's been monitoring it. But you see that the 3 of diamonds is right there between the kings. I know. I'll do it again. This time I'll slow it down because people tend to think that I do something sneaky. I really don't. Here you go. Look. Here's how we do this. You ready? No breaks, right? None of that, none of this thing, right? None of those things. Here we go. Here's how we do it. It's done. It's already... oh boy. See if the spectator would care to look. They would see. You see that? These nuts. So one last time, that card's going to go in the middle of the deck here. And we're going to see the card jump between the kings once again. You ready? I meant the deck. The deck is what jumps to the... Oh boy, see, there's a king on top and there's a king on the bottom, so the deck jumps. This time the deck... I think that's a good ending, right? That's a good one. That's a good way to end it. Nigga, I'm 100% nigga. Hey there, Pig Nation. I bet you're wondering how to do that trick, right? Well, it's a little bit of you're gonna need a little bit of these, a little bit of fuck, can't show my nuts, but you're gonna need a little bit of bolas to do the ending, but you will get away with it with the proper practice and misdirection. So here, the setup that you need is you need the kings on top of the deck. That's the only setup, because you're gonna do whatever false shuffle you want, and you're gonna produce the kings in whatever way you find efficient. I'm sure you could find something on Shinlim's Instagram to rip off. So what you're going to do in the first move is that you're going to need to load a card between the kings in the traditional sandwich style. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Well, let me show you how to do that. So while you're showing the kings, you're going to get a little bit of a pinky break meme underneath the top card of the deck. This card does not matter. This is like how my mother treated me for the first 15 years of my existence until I could have the able body to get a job, of which then she cared for me. So here now, you're going to sneak that card between the kings, showing the king. So we're going to put these 2 kings on top of that pinky broken card. We're going to pick up all 3 cards and thumb off the top king into the deck. You see that? So now we're going to place this king on top, all the while maintaining a break there. Put this king on top, and now pick up all 3 cards. So that's done. Is that in showing the 2 kings, we've loaded that X card between the kings. Oh man, oh yeah. So preferably you have a table in front of you. Because of the setup here and the stupid gag, I decided, hey, you know what? Why don't I do it here? And then that way you don't see the final load. Haha, clever thinking, right? So we'll just leave the kings here for now. But you make sure that you put them on the table. And you also make sure that when you put them down, they don't spread, because that would ruin So you're going to have a card picked and control to the top. In this case, it's going to be the 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, if somebody has a camera with good autofocus that you don't mind sending over, the P.O. Box link is below. So here's the 10 of clubs. That card is going to get control to the top of the deck. How do I do that? By putting my pinky in there and doing a double undercut right to the top of the deck. So now that card is subsequently controlled right to the top. The spectators don't know this. They think their card's lost in the middle because they're honestly clinically retarded. Let's be honest here. You know, there's no sugarcoating it. So this card gets control to the top of the deck, and you say, you're going to make the card jump between the kings in a way that they're not going to see it. So here you go. And do whatever move you want. And then finally say, look, it's done. It's done. And as you're going to reach for the kings, you're getting a pinky break below the top card of the deck, which guess what? Is their card. And you go, look, it's already done. There's a card between the kings. Now you're going to need to put this stack on top of the deck. Now, if you just do this, it might be a little bit fishy. So you need to justify your actions somehow. How do you justify your actions? I'll show you how. You're going to say, look, they've been on the table the entire time, but there's a card between them. That's your justification for bringing them on top of the deck. So you show the card between the kings. You go, look, they've been on the table the entire time. You kept your eye on it. And now you've squared everything up on the deck, and you're ready for this next hot little sandwich move. That's in the other sandwich trick tutorial on the channel, which is going to be somewhere here. If you guys have seen that video, it's a hot one. It's been ripped off everywhere. Obviously, the switch is not my own. However, that idea of that sandwich video is my own. So you can't. But anyways, this is a lovely switch. I'll leave the crediting below. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up all 4 cards as one. So right now, remember, you have a break. You're going to lift up all 4 cards as one. You're going to thumb off the first king on top of the deck while maintaining a break. Then you're going to do this very discrepant action of turning your hand over and showing the 10. This is the perfect illusion, even though it's super discrepant, that you found a card between the kings. But look at the situation that's actually occurring here. You're showing the bottom card of the stack. If you were to do this for real, it wouldn't look like this. It would look like this. This is what they would see. So it's a very discrepant action, but it flies by every single time. Genius move. So you're going to thumb off the king, keep the break, turn over your hand, show the 10. Then you're going to thumb off the top card, which is another wonderful move because guess what? That automatically switches this card, and it's very discrepant, but man, that is a wonderful move. So you're going to put this king on top, all the while maintaining a break, and putting this X card, which they think is their card, in the middle of the deck, saying, oh, I'm going to do it again. You're set up already. You see that? Oh, yeah. So you put these kings on the table, same as before. You're going to square this up and say, look at this. Look at this Michael Amar pass. Look, you ready? Look, here it is. There it is. That was the Michael Amar superhero jizz pass. Because now, look, guess what? The card has jumped between the kings again. Now here, I'm going to admit to a little bit of jiggery pokery because usually there's a spectator present when this occurs, so that there's sufficient misdirection for me to do the next steps. However, here, I just cut it. I cut that part. I know I'm a bad person, but it wouldn't look good on camera because how would I, am I going to have the card picked by the pig? Am I going to have the fucking, what you do is that you tell the spectator, look, yourself. So they're going to take the card. They're going to look themselves at their card, and they're going to react. This is going to be the misdirection you need to do the following moves. You're going to get a break underneath the bottom card of the deck, just like that. Sorry, above the card from the deck. I might be clinically retarded. You could do a buckle action. You could do a pinky pull down, whatever it takes to get a break. So here, what you're going to do, you're going to lift everything above the break, which is just going to leave this one card in your hand. You're going to thumb off this king. You're going to pick up the king, which is now on the bottom of the stack, and you're going to put this whole situation on the table as you draw attention back to the 10. And you say, look, I'll do it one last time. It's very important that you draw attention to the 10 and not to the kings on the table. And you go, look, I'll do this one last time. And you're very quick when you put this 10 apparently in the middle, but really, it's going underneath the top card of the deck, which is passing off as a deck. So that's the twist ending. So one more time, as the spectator's taking their card, they're going to look at it, they're going to react as you say, look, I don't even want to see the card myself. You check it out. You're going to thumb off this king to the bottom, all the while maintaining that bottom card, and you're going to put this king with the deck on the table. You're going to draw attention back to the 10 and go, oh, give me that 10. Look, I'll do it one last time. I'll take the 10, put it in the middle. All I'm doing here, by the way, is taking this 10 and putting it in this non-existent deck. But I'm pretending to put it in the deck. You see how good that looks? Oh, yeah. So that's all that's happening. And you go, look, did you see it? Did you see it? The deck go. The deck went. And all I'm doing here is just lifting this card and doing whatever double lift you want. As you say, look, oh, man, the deck went. This time the whole deck went between the kings. And that's the fat twist ending. It's a little bit of a complex routine, and you are going to need a little bit of a bolas to do this. You are left with a double, but that's just the nature of the game. So to clean up, you just do this. That's it. You're clean. Because now you could just do this. You could just do this. And nobody cares, honestly, because it's a card trick. And it's really irrelevant in the scope of things. But that's a trick. It's a really cool sandwich trick. It's 3 phases, ending with the fat stack that they're not going to expect. Obviously, you're going to need the sufficient attention and misdirection to do that last phase. However, you don't need to. You don't need to do that phase. The first 2 phases are good enough. But I do like that little added bonus of having that stack at the end. And they're like, wait, what? Now the whole deck is between the kings? Man, you're the best magician I've ever seen. And then you go, yeah. So that's a trick. I'm going to go figure out different ways to farm a kumquat.